welcome to the Modern Skein podcast with a new background.
Ooh.
My name is Sharon Graff, and I am the owner of the Modern Skein, which is a yarn shop here in Montgomery, Texas.
And I'm Becky, store manager at the Modern Skein.
Hello.
It's a whole new world over here, guys. The light is so bright. I think we're both just like,
wow.
What is this?
So we are filming.
Yes.
Hi. Welcome. We are filming in our newly created classroom space in the shop. And what's crazy is we're still in the shop and we're still technically in the same room that we have always filmed in. But we rearranged and kind of partitioned the room a little bit with the use of these nice garment racks to create on this side of the camera a nice classroom space. There are two really big windows here that were partly blocked off by said garment racks and a sale rack. And so now that those have opened up and then we opened up the other window, it's just like the light in here is amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're just so, the lighting is so
It's just
fancy.
nice things.
Yes. So, why don't you start by what you're wearing?
I have on my Lehabah sweater dress by Dragon Horde Yards.
It's very pretty.
Yes.
Knit out of Malabrigo, if I can remember correctly, right?
No,
Mad
Tosh.
Yeah.
Tosh Merino Light.
That's what I meant, but Malabrigo popped out.
So, yeah.
I need more coffee. And I am wearing the Douglas Cardigan by Andrea Mowry
So good.
in Brooklyn Tweed Shelter. And I love it. Is that weird day of, we've had like a bunch of freezing cold days.
Yeah.
Like legitimately hard freeze warnings. We didn't even come above freezing one day. It was Sunday, Saturday, Monday. I don't know. I barely know what day it is. Sorry, there's a really loud noise that we were very distracted
a truck
by.
That pulled up right in front of the.
Is that a FedEx truck?
I don't know. He has a purple hat on, but I didn't catch if it said FedEx.
Well,
Pardon the distractions.
Yes. We hear a knock, we'll have to jump up. But anyway, Douglas Cardigan, love it. And it's great for this weather because it's kind of cool-ish right now. But it's going to be very warm. He's making a lot of noise. I don't know if you guys could, if the microphone's picking that up, but he's banging something around. I have not ordered anything that big that I can remember anyway. So.
Did you order something from Amazon?
Maybe. I don't.
They haven't knocked. So
yeah,
there's got to be somebody else in the building.
Yeah.
Okay. Delivery. So sorry. I'm a very easily distracted human, so I'm just like,
and then it's. Did you order Amazon? Yes. I don't know. Maybe.
Sorry.
I have things in my cart. I did not knowingly push buy on. Anyway, very digressed this morning.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's the first podcast of the year, and yeah, in a new space. We're a little discombobulated, but it's fine. So, welcome. We're not. I would say we're not normally like this, but we are kind of discombobulated sometimes. It is what it is. So, we start off with finished objects. I don't know about you, Becky, but I don't have a finished object.
I have one.
Do you? Oh, yay.
I have one, and we talked about it. Okay, so I'll do the one that's actually a finished object. And I 100% wore these hiking around, so they don't look as crisp and clean now. That's because they're not clean anymore. You're going to go live back in the bottom of a bag after this. But I finished a test knit. Oh my God. it's Jillian. She's Jillian All Trades on Instagram. I can't think of her actual last name.
We'll put it there.
Yeah. Jillian. She designed a DK weight sock pattern with a bunch of color work on it.
Quite cozy looking.
They're very comfy. They're so nice. I like literally finished them in the car and put them on immediately and then hiked around in them for like 4 hours. So they're delightful. Super cozy and warm. The pattern is called her Shabbat Socks. They're meant to be kind of just a relaxing pattern. But I used some stash yarn that I actually think this is antique leather from Red Stag.
I mean, it looks a lot like it.
It is the stash that I got from when you were de-stashing some yarn last year.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it's Red Stag, and I don't recall what the dark green is.
The dark green is hedgehog fiber.
Yep. The scraps are still going strong.
It's the one I used in my Soldatna. It's that color. I just don't remember the name of it. It's a deep green.
It's a nice, like, olive green.
Yeah.
And then the main color is from Woolberry, and that was my, in my winter wishes sock swap. Ooh. My buddy sent me that one. So, I don't think Heather watches, but if you do, Heather, hello. They're finished. Yeah, I need to weigh these and do my, like, final notes for the test knit, but yeah. I'm excited for a pair of DK weight socks. They flew off the needles.
Kind of remind me of like a slipper sock.
Yes. They kind of very much feel that way once they're on. And this isn't like a fresh finished object, but it was on the Lost podcast episode, and then I didn't have it last time.
Last week, yes. So yes, show the now very well finished.
Yep. This is my Shawlography.
Whee!
I think, I've talked about it a couple times now, but
it's so pretty.
I'm in love. I just, I was in a car for a long time after Christmas, so I do have all of my ends woven in, or I think I got them all. There might be a few.
Nope.
But most of these like ends that are sticking out now have been like worked through the I-cord. I just was flying, so I couldn't bring scissors.
Yeah.
So here we are. Got to cut them all off, but it's done.
Yay. Yep. So I should have a finished object. I don't, because why finish something when you can stretch yourself out more and cast more things on? Don't mind the wines of Surrey. So, I can't remember. Did I show this on the podcast?
I think you did, but it was like not nearly as far along as it is now.
It's so pretty.
I mean, it was not nearly this far along when I saw it 2 days ago. So,
ta-da! So this is Agnus by Camila Vod. And it's the Agnus Jumper on Ravelry is what it's technically called. Now, I haven't steamed this out yet. I'm going to do that right as soon as we finish this podcast. But I separated for sleeves last night. All the color work is finished on the yoke.
So good.
Only just got a couple rounds past these Scooby-Doos. My cat. Surrey, not so much. Duncan loses his mind over these. So much so he's ripped them out of knitting where they're holding stitches, dug through my bags, the whole shebang. So we have to keep them a secret from him. But this is, like I said, the Agnus Jumper Camila Vod by Camila Vod. This is 4 colors. It is a sport weight pattern. However, I'm using Croft fingering and holding a strand of mohair from Biche and Bouche along with each color. So we have Welsh Slate with the black mohair. Then we have cobblestone with, I believe it's technically called blue gray. And then we have the, did I lose stitches?
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm just picking these up over here.
Castle rock with the light gray mohair. And then we have stone path with the gray brown, I believe it is. And then this is the cobblestone again. And then the main color is the castle rock. So, yay!
I did not catch those super. I think you double check those stitches before you start knitting the next few, because some of them I think were worked and some slipped down a row. So
that's fine. That's fine. And then I have my adorable little kitty cat stitch marker.
It was incidentally the year of the tiny sculpted stitch markers.
If I can get it to...
Because I have a tiny cute one on my next project also.
Oh, come on, focus. I don't know why I'm whistling. The camera is not going to focus.
Oh, there it kind of went.
It kind of went.
Second. It's a tiny, adorable black cat.
Yes.
Holding red yarn.
Yes. Thank you, Becky.
Yes.
Christmas present. It's awesome because I actually got 2 sets of slightly different black cat markers. A set from Becky and then a set from Jan. And they're both they're both black cats that look like Duncan, but they're both, each set is doing different things, and it's so cute. So that is one cast on that I have. Oh, and then of course we do have, maybe we should talk about this next.
Okay.
Our knit-alongs that we are hosting. So January 1st. So sorry.
Slams the table with excitement.
Caffeine's kicking in, people.
Yeah.
So January, I did it again. Why? January 1st, we had a cast-on party for the Opus and the Oracle shop. So I am Team Opus, and so I'm leading the Opus knit-along, Opus by Maxym Cyr, and Becky is Team Oracle, and she's leading the Oracle shawl cast-on by
Kristen Lair.
Yeah,
Lair?
I'm always like, by Voolenvine.
It's Voolenvine. Yeah.
That's not her real name. So that's okay. I always say Max and Dells. It's Vincent. His Instagram, his handle is by Dells.
Yep.
But it's Vincent. And so I'm like, Max and Vincent. Anywho, I have my knitting bags. You know, you would think on my day off I would organize my knitting bags. No, I did not. And they won't be getting done. Wow, I can't talk today. They will not be getting done next day off either because I already have plans. Okay. Either the caffeine's kicking in or something. I'm getting very hyper. So, this is the start of my Oracle. No.
Opus.
My Opus by Maxym Cyr. I am using the Blue Sky Fibers Baby Alpaca Sport. And it's so, like, guys, if you could just pet this. Yeah. Find a fluffy cat or dog and pet it, and that's what this feels like.
This is delightful.
So it's super duper 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 soft. I have steamed it slightly. I just wanted to see how everything worked out. I have also pre-woven in some of my ends that I'm going to go back and trim up.
All right.
I know. New year, new me. But that is the start. The colors I'm using. Good question. Gray. Natural black,
brown.
Yeah, they actually have names, but yeah. It's natural brown. I think natural gray, the black. Oh, I don't know. Look on the website.
It's not. This is not
toasted almond.
It's oatmeal then.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's oatmeal.
It's not toasted almond. I know that.
Yeah.
Because toasted almond is discontinued. And I may or may not have a sweater's quantity of it. But that's for another podcast. Because I do absolutely adore working with this yarn.
Yeah.
So, yes.
So nice.
I will say I really enjoy this pattern too because normally, and this is going to sound weird, I love color work. I love the two-handed rhythmicness of color work. I despise three-color work in the same row because I don't have 3 hands to do that. It's fiddly like that. So I'm normally not a huge fan of mosaic knitting. Like little bits here and there in a shawl, but like an all-over mosaic shawl, I'm usually not going to pick that for me personally to knit because I find it boring. I feel like it would be faster if you just did it color work. My opinion. It's me. Not to hate on mosaic knitting at all. However, this is just the right amount of mosaic knitting. I mean, the whole thing is mosaic knitting, mind you. But it's just right. I don't know how to explain it other than that. It's a very mindless, meditative knit. You can kind of read your knitting and figure out exactly where you are. That being said, I have overshot because I just get into a rhythm and I've overshot my rows and I've had to back out a couple times. But it's a very meditative, relaxing knit. So there's still plenty of time if you want to cast on, either with the Opus or with the Oracle. Definitely think that would be a good one.
I was going to see if she would let me scoop her and bring her on the podcast, but
no.
She said no.
She said no. Yeah, definitely think this would be a great pattern for people to do. If you have an aversion or are allergic to alpaca, or don't want something as soft as a baby's butt, then I recommend the Andorra. It is a very soft yarn, but it's not quite as soft as this.
Yeah.
Andorra is a great option. If you want to go super duper luxe, go with Pashmina. And then you can also either pick a very light DK like Dostieres, or a very heavy fingering, more like the Estate fingering, or hold the fingering and mohair together if you really wanted to. That would be luxury.
Yeah.
And knit this yourself. And you can also just adjust needle size and use the yarn that you want to. I have a lady that's doing this in more of a light worsted kind of. She just adjusted her needle size, and hers is, she's going to be finished faster, I'll say, with everything, because she won't go through as many repeats. But that's the beauty of this shawl is once you get it to the size you want, you can be done, or you can keep going and make it larger. So, as I've hogged all the time, now talk about Oracle.
Yeah, so this is my Oracle shawl, and by shawl I mean, yeah, I guess it's still a shawl, but it's a big it's going to be a big circular shawl.
Well, because the pattern has 2 options. Well, it doesn't have 2 options. There are 2 versions of the Oracle shawl. There's the full pie, which is the round, and then there's the half pie, which is the half circular.
Yes.
And you can do either or and participate in the knit along.
So if you, I mean, you can obviously still join either of these knit alongs. Mm-hmm. They're not like a strict, I think we're shooting for like March 1st to be done. I think that's kind of roughly what we've said. But
roughly. But we're also,
no pressure.
It's not a very relaxed new year, new you.
Yeah.
Chill. Do what you want.
Yep. And I love it. I love it so much.
It is pretty.
Yeah, I'm using a whole bunch of just fun different yarn bases for this one, so they're very, very soft and squishy, and just fun. So yeah, I'm using Plies and Hellhounds yarn for this one, and I just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It's gorgeous.
Because some of your yarn has like cashmere and BFL and all the
there's
things.
like Polworth and BFL and silk and cashmere just all I can't tell you which one is which at this point, but
it's a really nice knit.
So,
and the colors are working out really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You just started your
second section of brioche will be going on here soon. And I'm very content with my brioche. I did have to go down a couple needle sizes, which might make my finished garment a little bit smaller, and I'm fine with that. I figured I'd rather have my nice, really crisp brioche. Because I learned in Shawlography that my brioche was very much loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
So.
And that can happen when you're first learning brioche. Either gets really loose or gets really tight, either way.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of brioche, I did knit a little bit more. It's starting to get long
it's so
on here.
Big that you
Can't fit it all. I knit some more on my very languishing whip of my Suriously Holey wrap. So I'm almost at the halfway point. Woo! This is going to be one of those where I'm just going to power through this sucker. I think what I'm going to do this year is set a weekly knit goal of doing one pattern repeat every week. If I do that, then I think I only have like 9 pattern repeats left. That means it's done in 9 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's actually done. Because I'm almost through with my second ball of Surrey and my first ball of the main color. So I'm almost basically at the halfway point. And in fact, I think if we count repeats, because I'm pretty sure, I will have to double check the pattern, pretty sure it's a total of 18 repeats. And the repeats are the big holes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See? So I'm pretty much halfway.
Yeah.
So, and that's the back. And that's the front. And yes, I'm living dangerously with the yarn on the needles. There we go. It's fine. Everything's fine. So, colors are hedgehog fiber pheasant on the front, and on the back it's the Ching Melted Baby Surrey in a flame. Unfortunately, both of those colors are sold out at this moment in time. We are waiting on a big restock of Ching Fiber Surrey. Not you, Surrey. We did name her after that yarn, Surrey. But probably in the late spring to early summer. Not quite sure when that's going to actually arrive. But yes, you can also use the Red Stake Fiber Surrey. You could use Mohair Held Double. You could leave it out. The pattern, of course, is the Seriously Holey Wrap by Stephen West. He has the shawl and then the wrap. The wrap was featured in Lina magazine, the 12th edition, I believe. The purple one. And I believe it's now available on Ravelry separately, but I could be totally wrong. Anyway, Seriously Holey wrap, so it's rectangular wrap versus the rounded shawl. So that's that project. I also cast on. This is a totally selfish cast on. What? Why don't you show that? Because I got to find the pattern. Because I forgot the name of this.
Okay. I think in the spirit of all the fuzzy knits.
Yeah.
I have finished my second chart on my Illuminate, which I think I showed here last time.
Pretty sure you showed your Illuminate, but you weren't in the second chart, I don't think, at all.
Yeah, so the second chart is finished, and I have to repeat chart A again down here. And then I start striping.
Woo!
So I'm getting there, and it's delightful and cozy. And I'm really trying to make some good progress so that I get to wear it at least once this season before it gets too hot to wear
Exactly.
all the knitted things.
Oh, show your little stitch marker.
Oh, but yes, I am just fully living the corgi mom dreams here. I have my tiny corgi stitch marker that was from Jan.
He's
and
so
it's perfect. I have to show you all the little, like, toe beans. I don't know if that's going to show up.
Oh, I think you can kind of see them. Here, I'll get out.
There's tiny little toe beans, and it's perfect.
It's so cute.
And then, of course, sitting here sipping out of a corgi mug from Sharon.
It's got the little stumpy legs, too.
Yeah, little feet for the mug. It's perfect.
It's cute. Okay, and then we get very distracted here by our fur babies.
Yeah.
So, yes, we do. This is Aurinko by SuviKnits, and this has been in my queue for forever, ever since I saw the pattern, really. And basically, last week or whenever it was I started this, I was like, I need to cast something on, and I need to cast it on for me. And yeah, so let me get this. I really need a longer needle, but there is the start. So the cool thing about this one is you actually incorporate the neckband. You don't do it afterwards, you do it all at the same time. And I picked, this is some selfish yarn I bought for me from Chelsea.
It's so you, though.
Chelsea Lux, it is.
I mean,
it's my colors. It's my jam. So it's called Bleach Denim. We will have this color. It's in our next order. That's actually this month. So we should be getting this fairly soon. Probably by next month, I would think. This is Bleach Denim. I said that. It's a beautiful color. I just love it. And so far, this is a pretty simple, straightforward knit. I mean, you're doing the neckband basically at the same time, so you're just doing some different increases and keeping that band continuous, but nothing like crazy as far as shoulder construction or anything else. I am alternating skeins, just because I did notice that one of my skeins was a bit lighter than the other, so I'm just alternating to even everything out. And this one also has a little kitty. Boop. Oh, and then this one. This one, he has a mouse. Ta-da! Yes. So I may or may not have contacted the maker behind these adorable stitch markers and commissioned a shop cat version. Custom.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I didn't know this until right now. I'm so excited.
Yes. So it is in the works that she is making a little Surrey. I know.
We constantly joke that this cat picked the right people to suck her in to become a yarn shop cat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's a much better life than being a yarn shop cat specifically.
I don't think so. Because pretty much everyone's reaction is, "Oh my God, there's a cat!"
And she's about it.
Oh, she loves it.
That is her jam.
Yes, yes. And she's not once touched the yarn. It's crazy. She really doesn't. She's more interested looking out the windows and getting pets. That's her goal in life, and naps and food. But yeah,
lots of food.
Well, yeah, she's trying to make up for the years on the street. That's for sure. But, yeah. I have some other whips. I haven't shown this one in a while. And I did actually knit some on it during Christmas break.
I think it's a little bit ironic that we just discussed how you don't particularly care for mosaic all over shawls. And what does she pull out of the bag?
An Oliver mosaic shawl.
But it's so good. It's so good.
So good. I mean, look at this, you guys. It's so pretty. Yeah. It is. So this is Pressed Flowers, an Oliver mosaic shawl. I am using Bordeaux by Red Stag Fiber as my main color. It's that beautiful, beautiful color. and leopard for the contrast color. And leopard is from Chelsea Luxe Yarns. So I did get like 2 repeats done in the car when we were traveling around. Like I said, I have some other things, but I have not touched those in a little while.
Yeah.
I actually haven't been doing a ton of knitting. We've been really busy here in the shop, getting everything rearranged and sorted out, and now our shipping area. So how we were able to even get this space all set up, in case you want to know, if you want a tour, go to our IG Live from Tuesday. I was like, I don't know what day it was. From Tuesday, and at the end, I gave a shop tour. So it's saved on there, and you can see it. But what we did was we rented out one of the little business suites in the back of this building, and we were able to convert that to all of our shipping, our back stock, our storage, because we don't have, we're in the South. We don't have basements here.
Yep.
We don't have any any attic access for storage or anything like that. So what you see in the shop is all we've ever had, which is why, because it used to be a clothing boutique, we had the 2 fitting rooms stuffed to the gills with stuff.
Yes.
And seriously, I don't know how it all fit in there, because we've completely filled a business suite with all of it. And I bought 2 shelves and a desk. Everything else was already existing. I don't know how. Well,
we got very good at cramming things into every available nook in those fitting suites.
And you had to be very flexible to get to the microwave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd have to go step into your warrior 1 pose.
Yes.
And then in order to push the button and get your thing out, it was kick off the back leg.
Yes. Well, that has since been fixed, because now we have a dedicated little kitchenette area with the fridge and the coffee and the microwave and all that, the wine, all the things, important things. And then we have our extra, our storage closet is now turned into a sale closet, which is super fun. You can shop all the sale items on the website under the closeout tab, FYI. And what else? Well, we're still waiting on a couple, if you watch the video, we're still waiting on Slot Wall to get shipped in, because we have a few pieces that we ran out and need a little bit more to get some of the last of the stuff up on the wall. But yeah, pretty much other than that. Well, and I'm still needing 2 chairs in our sit and stitch area. I went to home. So this is a funny story. Josh, plug your ears. You don't need to hear this. I didn't buy anything. So I go to Home Goods 2 weeks ago. And of course, that's the problem with Home Goods. If you see it, you need to buy it, right away. Saw these really cute chairs. They had 4 of them. This is important. They had 4. And now, realistically speaking, they were probably not the best, because they're not easy to clean. They're like that boucle. They were white and navy. Gorgeous. And very, very comfortable from what I remember from 2 weeks ago. So, yesterday, day off, I did decide, I have to go drop this stuff off at the bank. Home Goods is right there. I'm just going to run in. If they have 2 of those chairs left, it's going to be perfect. It's my sign. I'm going to get the chairs.
Yep.
Go in. What do they have right at the entrance of our Home Goods? The 2 chairs with a little round table. It's the angels are singing. I'm like, this is perfect. I go to sit in the chair. And I think the reason there were 4 is 2 were good. And those already got sold. These 2, I think, were broken, because it was and it literally felt like the entire chair was caving in on you. So I was like, and that's a no. So we did not get those cute boucle chairs. I'm sure Josh is going, phew. Yeah. So I'm still on the hunt. They would have gone very well with our aesthetic.
Yes.
I have also spotted 2 beautiful chairs, navy blue velvet, from World Market, but now they're no longer online. And so if they don't have 2 at our World Market, they're not going to ship them and all that kind of stuff. Then I found a navy, well, it's more like a royal blue velvet tufted couch with gold buttons and gold legs on Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
That if I had room, I would totally do that. But we don't really have.
We don't have the room for another couch.
You saw Becky go like, oh
I
God.
was like, that sounds great, but also no.
Yeah. Yeah. So, one day I will get my completely coordinated navy blue tufted velvet dreams of a sit and stitch area. One day it will happen. So anywho, we have chatted it up. Surrey's ready for us to be done.
She's contributing to the conversation.
I don't really have anything else to. Oh, we could show those because we just got those in. And while she's grabbing that, we do have Lina issue winter 2022, number 13.
Yep.
The Usnea. We still have plenty of these in stock, so if you haven't grabbed yours, grab that. I have 2 copies of worsted left, so if you are interested, snag it. The next batch of worsted isn't available stateside until probably February. So if there's something that you're looking for pattern-wise in there, I'd grab it. Excuse me.
And we got
Ta-da!
2 more of these in.
So these are the big sets, the 5-inch tip sets. Yeah, if we can get the paper off. I'll show you. We do have the individual cords and needles. So if you're not looking for a set, or maybe you already have a set and you want to add some extra cords or get some duplicate tips, we can do that for sure. But gosh, that is, and you guys, I don't like pink.
We're both not pink people, but it's fun.
it's super fun and gorgeous, and they always sell out really quickly. And I am a diehard Chai-Gu needle fan. Don't get me wrong. I love my Chai-Gus. I adore the Likey cases.
They're
so
really
much.
well thought out. Really
More
well thought
so
out.
Than the Chai-Gus. Like, I ditched my Chai-Gu case and switched to a different one.
Sorry.
But look at this. So, yes, you have to deal with the annoying Velcro, but it like angles up. I mean, and then you can just whoop and grab your needles. Nice big gusseted pouch for cords and scissors
and it is the swivelly cords.
It's the swivel cords. So the pink swivel cords, if you have maybe the indigo or the umber or the original driftwood, you can use the pink swivel cords. I know I've had this question a couple times. You can use the pink swivel cords on any existing Likey needle. So driftwood, indigo, umber, grove, doesn't really matter. The tips will work with the pink swivel needles, even if pink swivel cords, even if the tips aren't pink needles, and vice versa. If you are a person who decides they don't really like the swivel cords for whatever reason, you can use the original black cords on the pink needles as well. So mix and match. It's all good. Like I said, we just have 2 of the 5-inch tip kits. I've got so much Likey stuff that I've been told is going to start shipping this week.
I'm very excited.
Yes, because one of those things is, you may have seen it popping around on Instagram, Likey's coming out with a metal needle. And so we have them ordered. We're just waiting for ours to ship. But we are getting sets and then the individual needles as well. Most likely, I bet you the sets come out first. Because that's what I've kind of been seeing from some of the other people that are getting theirs in. The sets arrive first. So yeah, look for that post coming soon. As soon as we get them. I'm trying to think what else. We're fairly stocked back up with our crochet hooks. We kind of got wiped out for a bit.
Yeah.
Most of those are back. We actually still have Likey Driftwood crochet hook sets as well, and the Zing sets. Prim sets are still back ordered. I honestly don't know that we're ever getting them.
They've been, especially the bigger one. It's been back ordered
for a year.
Yeah, for so long.
Concerning. Yeah. But yeah, the needle wall's actually looking really good right now. There's just a couple gaps. But
yeah.
Yep. So getting distracted looking at all the needles. But we have a lot to show you guys.
Yes.
We do carry pretty much the full complement of Chalgoos.
Mm-hmm.
A pretty wide variety of Likeys. Some of our fixed Likeys have been out of stock for so long. We don't have those refreshed, but interchangeable tips. You're going to have to mix and match with driftwood and indigo and things like that, but we pretty much have all of the tips and the cords finally. We also carry Prim and Knitter's Pride Nova Platonics or Platinas. Whatever, I've heard it said both ways, tomato. It's the square ergonomic needles. For those of you guys that have trouble, I'll say I love my Prim. They're also an ergonomic needle. I do love the Prims. Still a Chai-Goo diehard fan, but Prims are nice. So I think that about wraps it up. Thanks so much for tuning in. And we will see you in about 2 weeks, roughly. We did more episodes. Well, we tried to do more episodes in December. Got a little... that was a little ambitious. It was. But it's fine. It's okay. So we'll see you guys in about 2 weeks. And hopefully we'll see you either online or in store. Let us know what your knitting goals are for this year. Or if you have a cast on goal, finish goal, whip goal, learn a new skill goal, anything like that. Let us know what yours are. I keep hitting the table. I apologize. Let us know what they are. Sorry, I thought that was the UPS truck.
Yep.
And we'll chat with you guys soon. Bye, guys.
Bye, all.